Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. In this video I'll be showing you how I made these petal flowers. I used satin fabric, which is known as doll face. I also used my gum stay. You can use your hair stay and any fabric of your choice. So first off, I'll be drafting out the shape of the petal I used. I used 5 inches by 5 inches for the measurement of my flowers. It is not on food actually. So 5 inches, please make sure to use your own desired measurement. You can use as much as 7 inches depending on what you want to achieve. So 5 inches horizontally, 5 inches vertically, then connect it to give you a square, just the way you are seeing. Please make sure you use any fabric that can be firm after sewing your flowers. If your fabric is not firm, then make sure to infuse it with hair stay, with gum stay. Just make sure it is firm, your flower is firm. So after getting our square shape, the next thing I did is to mark and then I cut it out. So after cutting it out, guys, the next thing I did was to fold it into two, just the way you are seeing, and then get the the length of this folded paper, which is 2.5 inch, and then mark it on a straight line. Make sure it is still folded into two. Then give it a curved shape on the upper area. Just give it a curved shape, just like C curve, the way you are seeing on the upper area. And then at the down part, please come in by half inch from the open area, and then give it a curve, just the way you are seeing on the video, so that you can achieve that petal flowered shape. Then guys, it's just very simple. So guys, this is it. Then come up by half inch from the down area and then connect it with your curved rule, just the way you are seeing on the video. Is very easy to make. Petal flower is not difficult, trust me guys. You don't need to be an expert in anything before you can achieve making a petal flower. Look, this is how it's looking guys. Just see it. When you open it up, can you see how the shape is looking so beautiful? And then for us to get the second flower, just make sure to come down by 1 inch. The first flower, which is the bigger one, is going to be higher than or bigger than the second flower by 1 inch. Just make sure it is 1 inch below. Then also come in by half inch from the side, and then come in at the middle area by half inch. Just the upper part or the length of the second flower is going to be smaller by 1 inch in length, and then connect it again with your curved rule, or you can as well do it with your hands. It is so easy to make guys. Connect it the way you are seeing on the video. After connecting it, and then you open it up. And so guys, the next thing I'll be doing now is to start cutting the petal flowers out on my ironed or infused satin fabric. I'll be folding it in just once. I'll be folding it once because this fabric is not large. It's just gotten from my scrap fabrics. So it's not even up to 2 yards of materials, the way you are seeing here on the video. So I'll be folding it just once. So I'll be cutting out 14 pieces because each flower is a pair of 2 pieces. One is the lining and one is the main fabric. So I'll be cutting out 14 pieces, meaning that I'll be having 7 petals. You understand? I'll be having 7 petals after joining my flowers together. So make sure to cut at least 6 or 7 pairs of these flowers. So guys, I'll be cutting it out. After cutting out the first set of flowers, which is the bigger ones, and then I'll move over to the second part of the flower, which is the smaller one. So guys, I'm done cutting out the big petals and then the smaller petals, just the way you are seeing here on the video. I also arranging them properly, the front side or the right side facing the right side. Remember, I told you your petals should be 7 pairs at least. Please make sure the same fabric, the same material is used for the front and the back. That is the right side and the wrong side. So guys, this is me arranging the bigger flowers, and then of course the smaller petals also I went ahead to arrange them just the way you are seeing, making sure to use my pins to pin them down just the way I'll be sewing them on my sewing machine. Each flower contains at least 7 pairs of petals, and then on the smaller one I got like 6 pairs also, just the way you're seeing. And then I went ahead to start sewing them one by one. Make sure as you're sewing it down, you are stitching it carefully, and make sure you use your hands to guide it properly as you're stitching it down. So the area round, or you can go ahead to cut out the edges, like trim it down. If you don't want to notch it, you can go ahead to trim it down. So guys, to avoid having excess fabrics, the choice is basically yours. So this is the first one I stitched, and this is how it's looking already after turning it out. So I'll go ahead to do the same thing on the other pairs of flowers, guys. So guys, these are the petals. As you can see, I've finished stitching them down, notching them, and then turning it out to the front or right side. Then this is the little flower that I made. I'll be putting in the center. For now, let's go ahead and stitch down each petal on the base of the flower. So please, for the base, you can go ahead and mark 4 inches of circle and then turn it over. I did not specifically use any measurement, I just eyeballed it. So guys, let's head over to stitching down our petals. Make sure as you are stitching them down, you are gathering them. Just try as much as possible, because it's not really going to be quite easy handling these petals. And before you get to the end of each petal, please make sure you put another one on top of the petal, and then continue your stitch just the way you are seeing. So guys, just make sure you are holding it firmly. As you are getting to the end of each petal, make sure to add another one and then continue your stitch. This is how you are going to be doing it until you've exhausted the circumference of your base fabric. Please make sure, that is why I said you should sew at least 7 pairs of the flowers. So guys, this is me sewing down the petals. As you can see, the flowers are already getting to its form. So this is how we do it until there will be no space left to put any more petal. So guys, So guys, as you can see, I'm done with the first set of petals. I'll be heading over to the second ones, which is the smaller ones. So I went in by half inch. I went in by half inch, just far away from the first area that I made my sewing. So exactly what I did on the first set of petals, that is what I'll also be doing on this one. Please make sure that before you get to the end of each petal, you have to sew in or bring in another petal and then continue your sewing. Please make sure you maintain half inch further away from your first sewing. So guys, this is just basically it guys. Very easy, very simple. And then make sure you guide it and secure it properly with your hands, because at this stage it's getting quite a little bit difficult to handle. I mean, the thickness and everything. So if you're using industrial sewing machine, it is very much easier. So right now it's somehow difficult for me to handle because I'm making use of a manual machine. So guys, this is just it. So guys, this is the end product of my flower. And then, sorry I did not film this particular one, this little gathered fabric that you're seeing. I actually used my hands to do it. I did not stitch it on my sewing machine. I just made a straight, I cut out a straight fabric, that is the satin. I did not infuse it with gum stay, and then I gathered it. I just let me say like 10 inches. I gathered it and stitched it down. So I'll be putting it on the center of this flower just to give it a nice look or a finishing touch. So guys, this is just it. I'll be stitching it down with my hands, not my sewing machine, just the way you're seeing on the video. And of course, I'll go ahead to secure it firmly, and then after that, if there is any other thing like beading or maybe sprinkling a bead there, here or there, I'll go ahead and do it and then show you guys. This is just it guys. So very easy, simple to do, also, not difficult. Guys, please make sure that you handle your sewing needle with care, because at this point the fabric, the loads of fabric you are stitching down together is now becoming thicker, so your needle may break at this point. So guys, please make sure you do it carefully. Guys, please try as much as possible to make your sewing invisible at this stage. And then I went ahead to put little beads on it. This is how it's looking guys, just small beads, nothing really special. You can go ahead to do your own desired wish. So guys, this is the end product, this is the end result guys. Thank you so much for sticking by. Thank you, bye.